Thank you for joining. We are going to do a travel tips class tonight. I'm Roseanne, and I'm so excited to talk about this topic. And I know many of you already love to travel and already great travelers. And so during the class, I thought it'd be fun if you have a travel tip that you have found really helpful on, or maybe a recent vacation, love for you to type in the chat. Any ideas you have that we can share with others. Because Mary Kay said, if you have an idea and I have an idea and we keep it to ourselves, we each have one idea. But if we share them, then we each have two ideas. And there could be a lot of ideas because we already have a lot of people on here. So thank you, Christine. So glad you're here. And congrats on being one of our winners last night on Money Tree. So glad. You're here supporting Julie, so appreciate you. And Mary Lynn is on, and also her daughter Tirsa and her granddaughter Brinley. Welcome, welcome. Christine, so glad you're here. It's going to be so much fun. Ashley, welcome, welcome. Yes, Ashley is one of those people I know. Thoroughly enjoys travel and is really, really good at it. So love to hear your advice. Ruth, welcome, Ruth. Oh, love you. And she was one of our winners too last night. And Leslyn, look at all these winners hopping on here. So fun. So fantastic. So, well, I'll do a quick introduction and a layout for how tonight will go. It'll be pretty short and sweet. And we're excited because it is travel time. So this could be very relevant if you have a trip planning, and love to hear. Oh, and Edith is on too, one of our other winners too. Oh my gosh, look at this. So fun. Would love to hear, what type of trips you have coming up this summer as well. So I'm Roseanne. I've been building my Mary Kay business for 15 years. Prior to joining Mary Kay, I got my degree in piano pedagogy, and I was teaching piano full-time. Loved working with my students, but in the mornings when I wasn't teaching, I found I had a lot of free time and I was getting really bored, and I was reading Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeovers. I'd love to hear in the put a hands up or whatever you want in the chat if you are a fan of Dave Ramsey. But I loved his Baby Steps to Financial Freedom, and that taught me if I want something different, I need to do something different. And at that point, we weren't setting aside for savings, and I thought if I could find a part-time job that we could work towards to, put money towards savings, that would bring so much peace. And so that's why I joined. And 8 words have changed my life. And I thought about this just this afternoon. Can I borrow your face for my contest? Those were the 8 words I got. I was a referral to Mary Kay. I got a text message saying so-and-so referred you to a facial, and can I borrow your face for my contest? And those 8 words have dramatically changed my life into being a more confident, positive, happy, and I think just like getting out of my comfort zones because I'm more introverted. And so this business has been a really great personal growth for me. And so, so here we go. So, and I'd love for you to think about what words in your life have shifted you into the different visions and different goals that you've set. I'd love to just, you don't have to type that in the chat, but kind of fun to reflect on, hey, what was the turning point to get the lifestyle and the peace that I want in my life. So, okay. Rachel, so glad you're on. And this is awesome. Perfect timing. Christina's headed to Orlando next week. Have so much fun. Love to hear if you're doing Disney World or Universal or I know there's a lot of things there. So fantastic. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some travel tips. I have a slideshow that keeps me on track. The giveaway. Okay. This is near and dear to my heart at the moment because a few weeks ago we went to Colorado and I forgot to pack my skincare and my oil-free eye makeup remover. So the giveaway is oil-free eye makeup remover. I tried a different brands for one night and I told my husband, I'm going to go to Mary Kay's website. I'm going to find a director who lives in the Colorado Springs area, and I'm going to text her and see if I can buy one of these because I'm not going to go the rest of the trip without my oil-free eye makeup remover. Completely just forgot to pack that pouch in my bag. And sure enough, I found a director and she just gave it to me for free. She's like, you don't need to buy it, but I'm definitely sending her flowers or doing something for her sending her a gift card or something because that was a lifesaver. So this I hold very near and dear. And even if you have some, I think it's always good to have extras. It will last about 12 days if you're using it. just every night before bed. And so that could last multiple different trips or maybe one big trip. So, okay, so let's pull this up. Our one of my favorite travel tips is, we're going to start with traveling by plane, and then we're going to do like road trips next. So Christine, I know you're probably not driving to Orlando. If you are, that's amazing. But if you're hopping on an airplane anytime in the near future, remember to download your airline's app. That way, when you're on your own Wi-Fi at home, it's easy to download and quick and fast. But when you're not on your own Wi-Fi, it can take ages. So make sure you have that. And any other apps you might need, like Lyft or Uber, if you're not like going to have a car rental, different things like that. I like to bring an empty reusable water bottle, because when you're going, or if you bring one that's full, just make sure you drink it before you go through security. And then you can refill it up, or you can fill it up, once you've got past that security point. And that way you can stay hydrated. So that's a healthy tip. And bring important medications with you on your carry-on. That way, if your luggage doesn't happen to arrive when you arrive, you have what you need. And I'm sure that's happened to all of us at some point. And, we never plan for that, but it's always good to be like a little prepared, so that if that happens, you're in good hands. So, any liquids, that's also really good to think about when you're packing. Make sure you have all the, trial versions of skincare, shaving creams, just small amounts, so that you're not having to throw away, full-size bottle of shaving cream. My husband had to do that because on our trip in January, he went through and they're like, oh, we got to search your bag. And sure enough, that big shaving cream, we had to buy a new one when we got to our destination. So kind of a few things. I think we all probably know this, but sometimes we forget. And Michelle, so great to have you twice in one day. So glad you're here on a red eye. I've done a red eye to Orlando before, and you're exhausted. I have tips for that too. Is take something to make you sleepy. I don't know, like melatonin or something to make you drowsy, so you can just try and sleep as much as you can on the plane. I've seen women, which is so smart. I think they're Korean. They've brought like Korean sheet masks that they have on their face, and I'm like, oh man, I've never done that really in public, but they have those on and they're just relaxing. It's like a spa while they're on their red eye. I'm like, that is cool. Oh, neat. A 4-day of Disney, 2 days Universal, and then 5 days of FCLA. Yes, I remember you told me about this when we were talking like back in January. That's so fun. It'll be fun and exhausting, and I'm excited for you. That'll be awesome. Okay, road trips. So let's say you're going to be heading in the car or driving for different trips in the near future. Prepare your car. We just went to Yellowstone, and my husband's truck, it's not my truck, it's his. So I didn't really check all this stuff, and I should have. But on the way home, it was like 5% oil left. So the very next day, I was like, you take my car to work, I'll take your car and go get an oil change, because you're not going to even be able to make it to work now. So it was pretty much at 3% oil when we took it in there. So so make sure that's all good. Temperature control is working. Of course, things can happen on the trip that we can't expect, but you can at least try and prepare ahead of time. Clean your car. At least I like to have a clean car. That way, it just is more peaceful, right? And you're less likely to lose things. You'll be able to find things easier. Pack an emergency kit, bring food and water, of course. We had a big bag, a big tote just full of snacks, granola bars, fruit snacks, jerky, trail mix. We just had so much packed in this big tote. And we had a 7-day trip in Yellowstone, and that we didn't even finish all of the snacks. We brought so many, but it was good to be prepared. So, and that way you're less likely to spend money on an overpriced granola bar at a gas station and different things like that. Just, have all your snacks packed ahead of time. And then schedule regular breaks. Plan to get out of the car and stretch every couple hours, and see kind of fun things along the way wherever you're going. Limit your driving time if possible. I know that's not always possible. So that will help you to be less drowsy and just enjoy the journey. So, and welcome, Amy. So glad you're here. So cool. Yeah. And any travel tips, if you have anything to add, because I know I don't have everything on here, so you're welcome to share. Okay. So we're going to talk about some Mary Kay products. We have our incredible travel roll-it bag, which has 4 different pouches. to keep things organized, you can have I have a pocket for skincare. That's the one I accidentally left at home. So don't do that. Because this is kind of how I pack it. And now I'm deciding this is maybe a bad idea, but I love the bag and I have it always hanging up in my bathroom. And then when I travel, I take out the pouches and just put them in my suitcase. But for some reason on this trip, I grabbed 3 of the pouches thinking, and then put them in my suitcase thinking I was going to come back and grab the 4th one. And then I forgot, and it's behind my bathroom door. So I didn't really see it as we were like finishing up packing and leaving. So now I'm like, never do that again. Either grab all 4 or just grab the whole bag, and you can always put them. And then you can take that bag and fold it into thirds. And then when you get to your destination, you can just open it back up, put all the pockets back on, hang it up in a hotel closet or a hook somewhere. And yeah, you have all your stuff. So I learned that the hard way of why it's just good to bring the whole bag. So that is, it's actually a $40 bag, but for being on here tonight, we're giving it for $36. So you have a special there. It's super cute. It has these cute little hearts. It says Mary Kay, has a handle. I love that bag. I have multiple of them. I have one that organizes my kids' Play-Doh. I used to have one that organized their Legos until they got way too many Legos. And I know many of you who have kids and have too many Legos, you understand now we have way too many. So that's our fun travel roll-up bag. Okay, then we have Go sets. These are my BFFs because when you're traveling, it's so nice to pack light. And so you can use these for 2 different ways. You can use them for travel. I always have a travel set like ready to go. And once I use all of it, I cut it open with some scissors and I can still use it for a few more days. So they really last quite a bit. About 2 weeks and probably maybe even a little longer if you're pretty frugal with it or you're cutting them open and scraping every last ounce. We have one for each of our main skincare lines. We have our acne fighting line. We have our Mary Kay new skincare line, which is not anti-aging, but just a really great entry-level skincare line. We have our Time Wise, which is anti-aging, and we have our Repair, which is doubly anti-aging. And yeah, so you can reach out to your consultant if you want to get one of those. They're also great for trying the product. So maybe you've demoed it one time, but you're like, what, it felt nice. But for me, I don't really know if I like something, if I've been using it, day after day. Then after a few days, I'm like, okay, yep. And Marilyn loves the travel kits. I agree. They're fantastic. So that's also really great to try the skincare line. And that way, instead of like purchasing the full set, you can try the demo, say, I like this, then you can get the full set too. So that's another way you can use those. Okay. Then we have our giveaways, the mini eye makeup remover, because I realized how important that is. That is, it not only cleans off your eye makeup, but it conditions your lashes and helps them to be healthy. So the mini eye makeup remover you can buy it for $8 from your consultant. Sometimes it can be a gift with purchase. We'll spin the wheel tonight and find out what our gift with purchase is. And then the mini micellar water. So I always keep that in my travel bag because for times where maybe I don't have a sink readily available. And for example, when you go camping, it's hard to buy a sink unless you're in a camping trailer or something, and you have water hookup. But so I love to use that micellar water as that cleanser. So I can, when we camp in a tent, I can just use that micellar water, clean off my face. Then I just sleep so much better. And then I don't have to go find a sink, and then I can follow up with my moisturizer. So that one's $6 is the mini. Something I heard last night on the Money Tree, which many of you were on that, I think most of you were, is Donna Lee, the other sales director, she uses that as her pre-cleanser before her cleanser. So then when she's using her Voluform foaming cleanser, her cleanser is not sitting and cleaning off makeup. It's actually like really helping repair the skin. And I was like, light bulb moment, because I have not done that. I just use my micellar when we're camping and it's inconvenient. Or I also use it to clean makeup brushes. Fantastic job of cleaning makeup brushes, especially if you have like liquid foundation makeup brushes or liquid eyeshadow brushes. It pulls like a magnet, pulling stuff to the surface. So love those mini versions. You can get the full size versions as well from your consultant. The micellar is $18, and then the eye makeup remover is $20. So yeah, kind of fun. And then something that really helped us in Yellowstone, and I have one in both of our vehicles, is our Satin Hands Shea Hand Sanitizer. Sometimes when you're traveling, you're just touching things. You're just out there where there's just tons of people. And it's so nice to have some peace of mind of a hand sanitizer, but one that's super easy to use. It's a spray. So I love it because I can spray it on my hands. Like a couple sprays is perfect. When I'm giving it on my kids, I can just spray it on their hands. Super easy peasy. I have a friend who, this is more in like the pandemic, so I think we all can relate, but she, when she got on the airplane, they sanitize stuff down. She was just like, she just took her spray out, sprayed down her tray in front of her, sprayed down anything she'd be touching. And I'm like, there we go. So it's small enough you can carry with you on an airplane, but big enough it's going to last a good amount of time. So I thoroughly love the Satin Shea hand sanitizer. So yes, I love, yep. And Julie is a lover of travel as well. And so, yep. So having these super important. So cool. Awesome. So that's my favorite things for travel. I'm going to pull up here our wheel of names because we are going to spin the wheel and find out what's the gift with purchase. So let me screen share. Cool. So, so when you order tonight, whether it's something that you're wanting to get for travel, if you have something you're like, ooh, that would be really handy. Or maybe you're just like looking through your makeup or your skincare and you're like, I know I'm almost out of brow tint for myself. I just ran out of my day cream. And you got to have that for summer, your sunscreen. So I know there's like things that I'm already like, I'm, running out of, and I love how already having it in my house. So it's easy to, I don't have to think about it too much, but it's nice. Just be thinking about what you're running low on so your consultant can help you out. And that is the perfect gift with purchase tonight. A mini mascara. I didn't even talk about that. That's great to have your makeup. In fact, on my next time I do this class, I'm going to add travel size makeup because I have little tips and tricks about that. So that is, I hope you guys could see that. I wasn't even like, I'm on the wrong screen. Nope, you couldn't. Let me, that's funny. Let me remove that and then add to stage. Yep, proof it really was. So, and mini mascara. So I love to have our smaller compacts just to give you an idea. I absolutely love traveling with the brush collection. I think that's totally worth it. And a mini mascara, just have them. The mini versions is so great. So that's the gift with purchase. So let your consultant remind her. So if you are needing to order, text her, let her know what you need, or call her, or whatever you do. And then remind her, hey, and because I watched the travel tips class, I get a mini mascara. So that, and yeah, so I love that. Okay, fantastic. So as we wrap up, I want to make sure I get all of your names entered into the wheel for our incredible giveaway of the mini eye makeup remover. And so to do that, make sure you've typed your name in the chat, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or you can text me if you don't have either of those. And I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. We're going to give you a minute to think about who you'd love to refer to a free treatment. And like I said, those 8 words changed my life. Can I borrow your face for my contest? I got a text message. A lady named Sherilyn was doing 100 free facials. I was a referral. Those 8 words changed my life. And I'm not thinking like, it's going to change everyone's life. But for me, I had no idea that this was something that I would benefit from and that would bless me in way more ways than I was thinking. I was thinking, okay, it's flexible and extra income. My husband was thinking personal growth. He could see I had stopped learning and growing and just reaching my full potential. He's an amazing man. And I'm so grateful that he encourages me to grow and believe. Yeah. And then he also could see the positive friendships, which I didn't know women could be positive. So that was a really refreshing thing to find out in Mary Kay. We have the golden rule that it really attracts women who live their life with the golden rule in mind. And so grateful for those dear friendships. So for the referral part, I'll give you a minute. So pull out a piece of paper, walk around your house, or if you're driving, don't play. If you're driving, you can do that later. Or go on your phone and see, who do you love, who has skin that you'd love to refer to your beauty consultant, because your beauty consultant is working on a contest to do so many free facials this month. And she only knows so many people. So referral is one of the biggest ways you can help and support. And then you get some free products. So when you share 12 referrals, you can get a makeup item of your choice half off. You can get, and then if you decide to share 24, you can get one for free, right? So we do ask that the referrals are over 21 and live somewhere in the United States, because we can do stuff virtually. So I'm going to pull this, make it up a little bigger, so hopefully it's easier to read, and play some music for you guys. And then that way you'll have a couple minutes to think about who you'd love to refer to a free treatment. And if you've done referrals in the past, pull out your phone. You still might have someone on there that you haven't thought about. So give you a minute, and here we go. Okay. I hope that gave you a chance to think about who you'd love to refer to a free treatment. You can just privately text those to your beauty consultant and help her out as she's working towards doing free facials. I know I'm working towards 100 free facials, and I know many of the other girls are working towards 30 or 100 based on monthly or quarterly goals. And so thank you so much. And as we wrap up, make sure you see your name there. You know what? I didn't even check the Facebook group. I was like, I did that really fast. Now I know why, because I haven't checked Facebook. Okay, we have Taya on there, and Taya is a brand new team member in our Mary Kay family. Just joined this afternoon with Donna. Oh, so cool. Oh, and Holly Shirtliff. You guys, I knew something was wrong. So fun. And Taya joined last night, so she got reimbursed for $35. And well, she actually ended up joining today because there's technical difficulties, but and our brush collection too. So look at all that fun stuff. So okay, and I haven't even checked my text messages. So yeah. Oh, so cool. Okay, I don't think I have any text messages there, but glad I saw Holly Shirtliff was watching. Yay. Okay, so I think Is everyone on? If not, make sure you type in your name, and I'll give you a little bit more time to write your name in. So I'm going to share a little about our bundles that we have, and my office assistant put this new picture together, and it's so, so pretty. She is so talented and so fantastic. So just to show you, we talked about skincare sets, and each of these has a mini version. So we talked about the Repair Mini, the Miracle Set Mini, the Mary Kay Set Mini, and the Clear Proof Mini. So those are the full size prices. The minis are $38 for the Repair, $28 for the Miracle Set, $22 for the Mary Kay Set, and $26 for the Clear Proof. Below that, we do have mini versions of our microdermabrasion. We used to have one of their charcoal mask. I wish we still had that. The eye patches, you can get samples too. That's an amazing way to pamper yourself on vacation, but not have to take your full set. And then in the makeup, like we talked a lot about our travel size compacts, our smaller ones, our mini eye makeup remover, mini mascara. I love the brush collection. I'm totally worth it to bring the full set. Plus it's in a really cute and sleek bag. And then satin hands. We do have mini versions of satin hands. I always make sure I have a satin hands lotion that I use as a body lotion because it's a really great size. And then we also have body shower gels too, and the body satin body as well. So super fun. And then when you buy in bundles, you get a savings. So the Princess, when you pick out 4 savings, you just pay $199. The Queen, when you pick out 6 sets, you just pay $299. And the Cadillac, when you pick out 8 sets, you just pay $399. And the travel roll-up bag is a gift with purchase with those, or you can purchase it for tonight at a discount, $36 since yes, for being on here, but it's normally $40 by itself. So I love that bag. So that's a little about our bundle and save. And then our best kept secret is our starter kit. And I see women consider this if they're looking for a little extra money or a little bit of savings on their products. We get 50% off. To start right now, it's only $35 for the eStart, and you get some samples, a website, the ability to process debit and credit cards, and a catalog. And then the $90 add-on is optional. You can do it all at once, or you can think about it for the first 15 days. It gives you full-size products. It gives you I almost said satin hands. It doesn't come with that, unfortunately, but it comes with our Miracle Set for both normal to dry skin and combination to oily. So that's anti-aging skincare, charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, oil-free eye makeup remover, ultimate mascara, and CC cream foundations in every shade, plus samples, a gorgeous bag. If you were to add up just the retail products on that, not even the samples in the bag, it would be over $450. But for brand new consultants, they give you a special price of $90. And you can either use those products for yourself, you can use them to sell, or what I did with those is that's what I demoed and let people come to my house for free facials. And that's the products I squirted into the trays for them to try. And then I always love to share if someone is considering this, whether it's as a side hustle or as the smart shopper getting that savings on the products. When we do our orders, we get a hand select what we're ordering, when we're ordering, and our minimum order is $225. So we get a hand select $450 retail, and we just pay half of that. And you only have to do that order once every 12 months to remain a consultant. So that's a little about the starter kit. So as we wrap up, your consultant will send a picture of this. That way you can be, and that's in the boards for the consultants. They know what I'm talking about, but that's there for you to be kind of looking off of. And then remember, when you order from your consultant tonight or 24 hours from watching this, you get the mini mascara as that gift of purchase. So let's pull up our wheel of names, and that's not it. That's remove, add. There we go. Oh, so fun. Okay, so we are going to spin our wheel. I'm going to just triple check. Yes. Yeah, Holly was like, yay, you got my name on there. Just double check I'm not missing it, because I would not want to do that. Okay, sweet. I think we are ready. Okay, thanks for bearing with me as I just wanted to double check. Okay, so I'm going to spin our wheel, and we're going to find out who's winning our mini eye makeup remover. Love, love, love this product, and didn't realize how good it was until I was without it. Amy Wiley, congratulations, Amy. Oh, so exciting. Awesome, awesome. Winner, winner. So I will get this to you in the mail. Thank you so much for supporting your consultant being on here. That means the world to us. And I hope that you learned something today that's going to help you on your next trip to have more fun on the vacation and less stress, because I think we've all been there. We're like, oh crap, I didn't do this, forgot this, blah, blah, blah. But that helps. And when you're camping or doing something like that this summer, I have a camping checklist, and I went to Chat GPT and said, what are the most commonly forgotten items when you're camping, like to pack? And it will give you some really good ideas too. So use AI to help you. Yep, you're welcome. Congratulations. Yes, so exciting. So have an awesome rest of your day, and have a great rest of your week and rest of your month. So we'll see you next week if you're able to hop on. I can't remember the class topic, but it's going to be a good one. I think it's goodbye oil, adios oil. That's what it is. If you have oily skin, you'll definitely want to tune in, or maybe you know someone who does. You can let them tune in, or you can just watch. And if you're the winner, you get to pick the formula, so it can be the correct one for you as well. So we'll have some great tips on keeping your skin nice and normal and not oily. So have a great rest of your day. We'll see you. Bye.